click record. So we are live and recording. Don't let that intimidate you. Don't worry. It's just our team that will hear the recording. So this call is really for you guys and for you to ask any questions that you may have. I know Deborah put some questions in the group about meeting people on media, but did anyone else have a question about what we hear in 1.0 specifically? Don't be shy. Let's see. How about I open up the agenda of what all we talked about, and I'll just kind of go through it and see if it sparks any questions for you guys. So let's see. The first day we made our dream boards. Those were all awesome and inspiring to see. I'm gonna mute everyone out real quick. My oven timer is also about to go off, so I might be disconnected for a second. I'm just gonna mute you guys out for just a second, just because there's some background noise. So yeah, day one was the dream boards, and I'm gonna pick up my laptop real quick because my timer is about to go off for when I'm cooking. So we talked about dream boards, and I loved seeing y'all's dreams, and I'm excited that everyone's gonna make them happen, and that we all get to be a part of this journey together. It's super awesome. The second day, we talked about, since I have you guys muted, what I'll do is I'll just go through the agenda, and I will, sorry, I'm trying to figure out my kitchen timer on my oven. So I'll just go through what we talked about, and then I'll unmute everybody. Ow, my oven's hot at the end, and see what questions we have. Let me go back to sit down because I'm sure you guys probably don't want to see my face up this close. So day two, we talked about what type of coach you want to be, being a discount coach, challenger coach, or a business builder. Day three was really all about the 7-day quick start guide, getting signed up for the wait list for Summit and the Success Club trip, and talking to people about challenge groups. Day four, we talked about announcing that you're a coach on Facebook. Day five, we talked about social media and developing your niche. I don't know how to say that word properly, but you guys know what I mean. And coming up with your 5 things you want to post about. Day 6 was scheduling your first challenge group and how the challenge groups are the lifeblood of the business, scheduling out your first clean eating challenge. And then day 7, we talked about the business activity tracker, which is essentially your daily checklist for this business. Promise if you do that consistently every day, you will see results. And setting your office hours. And that's what we went through. So now I'll unmute everybody and see if that sparked any interest, or not interest, questions. Okay, I muted everyone. Okay, everyone's muted. Sorry. I don't know why it's doing that. Because I don't want y'all's eardrums to bust out. I'll just have to leave you guys muted. I'm sorry. But if you have questions, type them in the chat box. You guys all see the chat box? Well, some of you are on the phone, so you probably don't see the chat box. I don't know how many people are on their phones versus on their computer. Let's see. Let me try to unmute everyone. It'll be better. Am I echoing again? You guys hearing echo? I don't hear that. You guys are quiet. Come on, I promise I don't bite. I'm totally laid back, down to earth. I'll do something crazy and fart if you guys want me to, if that'll make you feel better. I don't have to fart right now, though. Not that you guys want to know that. On the call because you probably wanted to hear answers to some questions, and maybe someone else has the same question that you have, and they're afraid to say it too, so don't be afraid. It's just us girls. Like I'm talking to my cat. I don't have any questions. We totally don't have to do this. I mean, I'm more than happy to do it and answer questions, but I forgot what I was going to say. Sorry. Let's see. Sorry, just asked a question. Business activity tracker is for 7 days a week. I only do mine 5 days. I think. Hang on, I'm thinking out loud. Sorry. I can't remember what the actual one that I posted looks like because I kind of modified mine to make it my own. But excuse me, I only do mine for 5 days a week. I usually don't work on the weekends. That's just me. You guys can make it however you want it. I do highly, highly encourage you guys to make the BAT, the business activity tracker, your own. If you hate spreadsheets, don't do it in a spreadsheet. Put it in a list. I know my coach Melissa, she talked about this on the team call last week, but she just kind of has like a daily to-do list that she writes down. She hates the business activity tracker, and everybody's different. Like if there's things that you guys are feeling like you're forgetting to do that maybe isn't on the business activity tracker, then you can definitely like add stuff to it. Like I have stuff that I do on a weekly basis and a monthly basis. So I just kind of add that to mine so that way I don't forget, because if it doesn't go on a list, then I'm going to forget it. So this is kind of my tip for the business activity tracker. My top 3 what? Activities, the 3 vital behaviors. But there's, let me pull that up. With the 3 vital, I can't talk, with the 3 vital behaviors, there are different things included in each thing. I'm actually going to share my screen with you guys. See. I don't know if I'm my desktop now. No. I think I put the wrong thing. Let's see. If you're on the computer, you hang on. Like 80 million spreadsheets all at once. I don't know why. Super slow. Can you guys see my BAT, or can you see the Excel spreadsheet? I can't see what it's actually sharing. I just see my screen.
Yeah, Jess, this is Jamie. I can see it.
Okay, thanks. Oh my gosh. Hello. You guys actually see what it says on the left side? Because all I can see. Oh wait, let me go over. This thing is being complicated. Okay, here we go. So the first one, inviting. I make sure that I'm forming new contacts, so I'm adding new people to my contact list every day, whether that's on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can really do whatever is the best fit for you. Everyone's different. But don't get overwhelmed and try to do too many. I try to just focus on 2. Then I invite someone to a challenge group or to a free resource, like, doing a free challenge. Then I invite people to coaching. I invite people to the Coaching at a Glance group, which you guys will learn about that a little bit later. I follow up with my dream team list, which you guys will also learn about that later. Follow up with that expressed interest in either a challenge group or coaching. Post in my challenge groups, post in the event page. I do blog posts and YouTube videos a couple times a week, but that doesn't mean that you guys have to do. I did not start doing that until like last year, I would say. And then number 2 being proof the products work and doing personal development. Of course, doing my workout, Shakeology, doing my personal development. And then I have stuff on here that's like team building stuff that wouldn't really apply to you guys right now, but will later. And then at the bottom, you guys can see that I have stuff that I do like weekly and monthly. That's kind of how I do that. I don't know why. But do you guys have any questions about it? Let me stop sharing because I can't see the chat box. Does that help you stop? Maybe she's not on here anymore. Oh, she's still on here. Does anyone have questions about the bat? Going once, going twice. Everyone good?
Yeah, stop, please.
Let's see. I was gonna check the Facebook group to see if anyone else.
Up for your brother, please.
Was someone talking?
No, I was yelling at my son, sorry.
The only other question was about social media and how I meet new people, but I actually posted a video in the group about that, so you guys can check that out. Does anyone have like more questions about social media other than how to meet new people on there?
Yeah, I do, Jessica.
Yeah, girl, go ahead.
Yeah, now how do you how did you do that? Like I know I got Twitter. I'm just learning about Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Like that. And Instagram, I'm trying to learn that one. Yeah.
I would say my recommendation is, as a new coach, I would focus on going through your list of current contacts first, talking to those people, inviting those people to your challenge groups. I would focus on that most, first of all. And then after you do that, then I would kind of move over to, I'm just thinking of how I want to answer this, because it is important to add someone new to your list every day. If you guys are already on Facebook, there's a lot of ways on Facebook that you can add people without having to learn Instagram and Twitter right now. And I only say that because if you're a brand new coach, trying to learn Twitter and Instagram is going to stress you out. It's going to make you cry. At least it did for me when I was trying to learn it. And I wasn't a new coach when I tried to learn it. But I just think that if you already are on Facebook, and this is just my opinion, I just don't want you guys to feel overwhelmed, because as a new coach, you're trying to learn the ropes, you're trying to do all these different things. There's so much information everywhere. And I think the last thing you want to do is give yourself more stuff to do and overwhelm yourself. But if you have the extra time, then you can definitely do it. You can check out the YouTube videos.
Okay. Oh well.
It's echoing again, sorry. So with Facebook, there's ways that you can go on there and see. Let me open it up because I don't actually know exactly where it is. I can see it in my head, but I don't know exactly how to get to it. Maybe I only know how to do it on my phone, actually. I don't know how to do it on the website. If you're on your phone, I know that you can, like if you go to the little search button to try to like type in someone's name and find them on Facebook, it'll come up with all these like people you may know is what it's called. So it's, just a lot people that you have a lot of mutual friends with. I did that a lot when I became a new coach and just like found people that I went to high school with and college and stuff like that. And that helped me a lot. Excuse me. As far as branching out on Twitter and Instagram, if you do have the extra time and you do feel like it's something you want to learn right now, then I would suggest to just try to teach yourself one and then go to the next one. For me, honestly, they were both really confusing to me at first, but Instagram was easier. And the way that I meet people on Instagram is I just search for hashtags. Like I try to look up hashtags of what my interests are. Or because I feel like if you look up a lot of fitness hashtags, I mean, you can find other fitness-minded people, but I think the best thing to do is to think about your other interests outside of fitness. Like I know Ashley really likes knitting, and she met one of her new coaches on Instagram because she searched the hashtag knitting, and she just like, and this is what I do too, I just go onto someone's page after looking up hashtags, and Shalene Johnson actually teaches this, to like at least 5 of their pictures and comment on 3 of their pictures, and then they'll usually follow you back. But the way to keep the conversation going and talking to them is as you're commenting on their picture, you want to ask them questions about stuff. So let's say that their picture, we'll just go with Ashley's example. Let's say that their picture is a picture of I don't even know what you knit, a hat. Let's just say they knitted a hat. And they're like, this is just an example of a comment that I would leave if it was me. Hey girl, like that's super cute. I love that hat that you knitted. Like how long did it take you to do it? Or how long have you been knitting? Stuff like that. And then it's just like, you're making a friend in real life. You ask people questions to get to know them, and, just keep the conversation going and always make sure you're asking them questions. And then what I usually do is I just say like, hey, this is like, it's probably easier to go talk on Facebook. Do you want to connect on there? And that's basically how I do it. With Twitter, I do almost the same exact process, but the way that I find people on Twitter, I don't usually use hashtags to find people on Twitter, but you can. I usually go on Twitter pages where I would find like-minded people. So like there's this one magazine, I don't even know, I've never actually even heard of it. They started following me, but they have a lot of followers. It's called Sonoma Christian Magazine or something like that. And I've been finding all of my people, all you do is you go on their Twitter page, you look at their followers or who they're following, and it'll show you all the people. So I just go on those people's pages and connect with them there, tell them that I enjoyed their page or ask them some type of question about what they do. And the same kind of process there, just ask questions, get to know them, and then I try to transition them over to Facebook because it is easier to message on Facebook. Let me unmute you guys to see if that kind of answered your question. I explained it in a little bit more detail in that video that I posted in the group. Where's the unmute all button? There it is. Did that help answer your question, Dolores?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, now I know how to do that. And because I'm in the process of getting my computer now up to go in now, so now I can go into it because I've been using my phone.
Oh, you have?
I have a Windows phone. I have an iPhone too, but I use the Windows phone.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'll be helpful, having the computer back, because sometimes it's hard to do certain things on the phone.
Yeah.
Any other questions, you guys? Okay, this is the last call. Going once, going twice. Sorry, I was drinking my Shakeology. All right, guys. Well, if you don't have any other questions, then I won't keep you on here. This was sweet. I think after we do Bootcamp 2.0, you guys will probably have more questions because there's more information in Bootcamp 2.0, and it really goes into detail about inviting and challenge groups and sharing the coaching opportunity, becoming Emerald and all that. So we will start that Tuesday. Yeah, we'll start Bootcamp 2.0 tomorrow. So I will add everybody to that. I'll actually go ahead and make the group tonight. can add you guys to that. But thanks everyone for your time and coming on the call. One last time, questions? Are y'all good? I sound like a broken record.
Well, good.
All right, guys. I love y'all very much. I will see y'all in the group. And if you do think of a question, feel free to in the group. And I hope you guys all have a good night, and I'll talk to y'all soon.
Thank you. Good
Yeah,
night.
good night, too.
Welcome. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.